Welcome to Minukuu Tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how I was able to solve the monetization problem known as quote unquote you already have an AdSense account and finally successfully got my YouTube channel monetized in 2020. Just last month, September, I was able to monetize my channel successfully by overcoming this problem of quote unquote you already have an AdSense account. So I would give a brief introduction and let's move on to the solution. What usually happens is that I would use my example so that everything will be clear. In my case, I was in Morocco 4 years, a few years ago, about 3 years ago, and then I started my YouTube channel and finally reached, I don't know, the old conditions, I can't remember, or YouTube policies, I've forgotten, but I became eligible as at that time. That was somewhere 2017, 2018. So when I became eligible for monetization, a very young channel, so I got monetized, and all of a sudden YouTube changed its policies to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. And at that point, I got demonetized. So I had to work harder. And somewhere around 2018, I moved to France. So in France, I worked hard and harder and finally reached the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So at that point, I became eligible once again for monetization. However, my channel was already linked to the AdSense account that I created back in Morocco. And that AdSense account bears the mailing address or the billing address is that of Morocco and not that of my actual address in France. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So my problem has to do with change of address. So I've changed my address. However, AdSense does not allow you to change your billing address for, especially when it has to do with international, I don't know, this I don't know, change of address, let me put it that way. So I could not change my Moroccan address to my actual address in France, so it became difficult for me. And then I tried all that I could, and I finally came out with a solution, and I will help you out in case you have a similar problem. So as we all know, the monetization process all starts from you reaching 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 public watch hours. So when you reach this particular target or condition, when you meet this condition, according to the new YouTube policies, you are eligible to apply to join the YouTube Partner Program. So I finally became successful. I was able to get my 1,000 watch hours, my 1,000 subscribers, and finally got my 4,000 watch hours, and I was eligible for monetization. So let's move on what happened and how I solved this problem. So after this, as you can see, automatically YouTube reviews your channel even without telling you. It will review your channel automatically, and then to see whether your channel is eligible for the YouTube partner program or agrees with the YouTube partner program terms. And mine was successful. It was eligible. But now the second step with the monetization process has to do with what? You setting up your Google AdSense account. And you are not even the one to set up the Google AdSense account. All that you have to do is to provide an email address. If this is where we have to be very, very careful. This is where I missed it all. If let's assume my current YouTube, the email address that I'm using for my YouTube channel was not linked to any AdSense account or was never linked to any AdSense account, then what that means is that I could provide the same email address in order for YouTube to set up or create the AdSense account for my YouTube channel. But since it was already linked to an AdSense account that I created back in Morocco, what that means is that I could only, what should I say? I was not supposed to create, YouTube was not going to, I was not supposed to select the option create a AdSense account, but I was only going to suggest to YouTube to link my current my account to my existing, what should I call it, YouTube channel. I mean, to my existing AdSense account. You understand? But I didn't want it this way simply because I have changed my address, and payments will start to, when you reach the verification threshold of $10 after monetization, they have to send you your address pin. Now that I'm no longer in Morocco, how was I going to do it? So I didn't want to do it that way. So what I did was that I I kept in the same email address, but wanting AdSense to create a new, what do we call it, AdSense account for me, and they couldn't set up a new AdSense account each time I received so let me show you how I did that. So when you simply click on create or link AdSense account, you would see this. Let me show you. You'll have this will pop up, and then they'll tell you to verify it's you. When you verify it's you, then you put the right email address in order to set up your AdSense account. This is the usual process. So I did that, and I always kept my current, that's my actual email address, the email address of my YouTube channel, which was already linked to an existing AdSense account. And this is the message that I received from AdSense, Google AdSense. I received this particular message: you already have an AdSense account. Thanks for your interest in AdSense. Did you know you already have another AdSense account that you could use? AdSense only allows one account per person. So it means if you are giving your AdSense your current email address, expecting AdSense to set up a new AdSense account for you, as soon as it detects that you're already having an AdSense account, then there is no need. So you will receive this particular message. And then the problem is that if you are not able to also set up an AdSense account and complete this second step, you cannot move to the verification process, the final third step. So this was complicated actually. And besides, I didn't also want to instruct AdSense to use my existing AdSense account, but I wanted to create a new AdSense account. So this was actually the problem. And it kept on reminding me, you already have an AdSense account. The first message came from AdSense itself. The second one came from YouTube. Dear Minukuu Tutorials, you already have an AdSense account, or what should I say? Okay, this actually happened when I decided to consult YouTube. And then I was searching, how do I solve you already have an AdSense account problem? And then some of the suggestions was that I should cancel my AdSense account. I should cancel the existing AdSense account. So I did that. So when I canceled my AdSense account, I just did Google search, and I finally canceled the AdSense account. I learned how to cancel it, from AdSense help, and I successfully canceled my AdSense account. I thought that was going to solve the problem. What that means is that after I've canceled the AdSense account that is associated with my YouTube channel, then what that means is that my email address is now free for YouTube to set up a new AdSense account. But I got it all wrong. It never worked out. So what happened was that I'd retried again, try to set up a new AdSense account, click on create or link an AdSense account, and let's see what happens next. After I canceled my AdSense account, I had this prompt. It was so was so frustrating. You understand? After I cancelled my AdSense account, I thought my email address was going to now be free, at least for them to set up a new AdSense account. And this was what they told me. They said they, when you check, you realize that your AdSense account has been cancelled. Meanwhile, YouTube still detects that there's still an AdSense account associated with the email address. So this was the message I received. Please fix the issues we found so we can proceed with connecting your site. You see, just this appeared just after I canceled the AdSense account that was associated to my what do we call it, my Gmail, and I didn't know what to do next. They said you need to fix some things to use the AdSense, and then when you read down here, they said what we see that you also have another AdSense account. What do I say? We only allow one account per person. To use this account, please close the other account. This is what they were telling me, and I didn't know what to do. If you can't close the other account, please read the instructions below. Whatever troubleshooting, it never worked out. You understand? So what I finally, so I was just confused, but let me tell you, or let me show you what I finally did. So what I finally did was that I decided that, okay, I came back and read the message, create or link an AdSense account. And I was like, but if we can have multiple Google accounts, that is, you can have several Gmail accounts, then what prevents me from creating a new email address instead of constantly trying to use the email address that I'm using for YouTube? So this was just common sense. One day I sat down frustrated and I kept on thinking, and I decided that, okay, if that's the case, if you are telling me that I already have an AdSense account, yet and meanwhile I wouldn't like to use that my AdSense account simply because I've changed my address, and you would not allow me to change my address to my current address. And at the same time, I decided to cancel the AdSense account, and after canceling it, you told me that you had some. So after I canceled the AdSense account, as if normally the cancellation probably takes some time before the actual cancellation will be done. I think that's what that means. So it will appear as if it's cancelled, but your AdSense account will not be deleted until maybe sometime close to maybe a year or something. So when you use the same email address trying to create a new AdSense account, what that means is that YouTube will try to set up a new AdSense account which will be conflicting with the existing AdSense account. So they'll tell you that there are problems associated with your whatever, your AdSense account. You have to close the existing one. Meanwhile, I actually closed it, just that it hasn't yet been deleted. You see what I'm talking about? So when I thought over it, I was like, okay, we can own multiple Google accounts. So why don't I create a new Google account? And I decided to create a new Google account and then use it for, so I have my AdSense account bears a different email address, and then my YouTube channel is now left free. You understand? And another question that I asked myself was, if we can link, let's say, several websites to the same AdSense account, for example, for instance, as a YouTuber, you can add your YouTube website to your you link it to your AdSense account, and at the same time you can link other products to the same AdSense account. Then if that makes sense, or even several channels to the same AdSense, so if that makes sense, then what that means is that it was possible creating a new YouTube channel, I mean a new Gmail account. Why should I continue stressing myself trying to use the email address that I'm using for my YouTube channel as my AdSense account channel account. So I just decided to create a new Gmail address and come and fix it here and created my new AdSense account. And after I did that, the second step came and I was like in process. It never gave me any error again. So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, is that when you reach this particular point, in case you were already having an AdSense account associated with your Gmail address that you are using for your YouTube channel, please use it simply. Don't forget about all that they say. Okay, I don't know, probably I don't know if it works for others, but I decided to delete my existing AdSense account, and at the end of the day it was still telling me that they found issues with my existing AdSense account, so I should delete. I mean, the AdSense actually closed it, so I don't know why. So I would advise that don't stress yourself, just use a different email address. You are not obliged to use the same email address as your AdSense account. You are not obliged to do that. The email address that you are using for your YouTube channel must not be the same as your AdSense account. So you have the right to create a new Gmail address with different names. For example, you can even add one or two just to make the difference in the Gmail address, and it will be accepted. If you now use that one to create or set up your new AdSense account fresh for your YouTube channel. This was what I did in order to, I mean, not to stress yourself with the problem, because you cannot change your address first of all, and when you try creating a new setting up a new AdSense account, they would prompt you that you already have an AdSense account associated with it. When you decide to cancel it, it will be canceled or closed, but they will never delete it. So when you try to set up a new AdSense account with the same email address, they'll tell you that they have issues with it. So the only solution left for you is to use a different email address. Forget about you know, I think I don't have to repeat myself. So this was what I did. And then finally, after a few days of verification, everything was perfect. It told me that, you know, I was able to sign up for the AdSense account. As you can see, I was able to sign up for the AdSense account, and that was all. So let's now move to the next step. What happened next after this? This was now the final and the third step, and it just automatically became like this: get reviewed, you know. So like in process, and I waited a little bit. Let's see what happened. The review process was done, and then anytime I clicked on monetization, this is what I saw, you know, earn money from YouTube, monetization options, blah blah blah. It means I was eligible. So let's see what happened next. After this, I received an email address from YouTube. Congratulations, your YouTube channel Minukuu Tutorials has been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program and is now able to monetize on YouTube, you know. So, and I hadn't yet done the monetization. In a few weeks or a few days time, I received another reminder: your channel Minukuu Tutorials has passed 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So requirement, blah blah blah. Your channel is now not monetizing yet. Go to monetization section of your YouTube studio to check the next steps. If you've already accepted the terms and set up AdSense account, then no further action is needed. So, and the AdSense account is automatic. as soon as you use a new, for the interruption, like I was saying, the AdSense account creation is automatic. As soon as you use the new AdSense account email address, YouTube automatically sets up a new AdSense account for you. So what that means is that if you go to adsense.com and log in with the email address that you kept in when you were about setting up your AdSense account, and you put the password to that particular email address that you created, you'll be able to log into your new AdSense account and then, put your billing address and everything. This was what I did, and this is actually the final step. So I finally got my channel monetized. As you can see, I am now monetized. My videos are monetized successfully just by creating a new AdSense account. This is my Gmail, my YouTube account, and as you can see, this is my AdSense account. And like I was saying, you see that the photo icon is different. I use a different Gmail address, and everything is okay. I've already earned some 10 euros for the month of September. So brothers, in a nutshell, this is how to deal with this particular problem of you already have an AdSense account. All that you have to do is to create a new Gmail address and use it instead of constantly trying to use your current Gmail address, because it always give you those. Even when you cancel your existing AdSense account, AdSense will not delete it until some time. So you cannot, monetize your channel in maybe just a few months time or weeks time. So I would advise that you simply use a different email address like I did. As you can see, this is a new email address. That's why it's not having a picture icon. And this is my YouTube channel. See, it's not the same. This is my YouTube channel with a picture icon here. Please subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye.